Hello there, everybody. I'm Mel Allen, and this is Baseball Collector.
Yo, and hello, everybody. Mike here, Baseball Collector. And, man, the next week's going to be a lot of fun. And this is going to be a fun video because I got some stuff I just want to talk about. I got some stuff I'm going to show. I got people I'm going to shout out. All kinds of stuff that we're going to do in this video. So it might be a little longer, but hey, watch what you want to watch. Don't watch what you don't want to watch. But, where do I want to start? The National. Let's start talking about that. And we're going to be starting to talk about that a lot more because just a couple of weeks ago, I did a video where I literally, in my bold predictions for the hobby video, said there wasn't going to be a National. And now I actually not only think there's going to be a National, I think it's going to be in July as they have it planned right now. You know, I didn't see in the moment when I made that prediction that they would be able to get things opened up swift enough to make the National a legit possibility. And it seems like that process kind of nationwide is accelerating. It's been happening here in Texas for a while. We're, ahead of the curve, you can say, in terms of reopening. And I think that everybody else is going to catch up pretty quick. So especially, I'm fully vaccinated. If people are vaccinated, and I don't know, let's get on with life, really. And I think that's just going to happen more and more. So I'm super excited that the National looks like it's going to happen in July. Yay. Okay. So let me know what you guys think down below on any of these topics as we go through, but I'm ready to go for the National. Speaking of card shows, we are a week away, less than a week away actually, because this video will air on Saturday, from the Dallas Card Show. And if you didn't see, yesterday I did an interview with Kyle Robertson, who is the guy who runs the Dallas Card Show, and talking about that. And that show has just gotten so huge, right? I mean, you've got a lot of people flying in from all over to do that. In fact, several guys that I know are coming here from far away, so to speak, including a special guest who I'm not going to name. He's going to be staying at my house next weekend. We're going to have a good time. That will be, next Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I don't know which days yet I'm going to go to the show. For sure Saturday and most likely Sunday. But Saturday for sure, like all day. So I'll be shooting some video there and hopefully getting to interview some people and do some really cool stuff for the channel. Let you guys get an insider look. 500 plus tables. That's a really, really big show. And again, all the big heavy hitters are coming in. The most exciting thing, besides my special guest that's going to be staying with me, looking forward to him coming down. But I get to go and meet Dr. James Beckett. For most of us old school collectors, the name Beckett is synonymous with the hobby. And the fact that, like, I got an email kind of out of the blue from him inviting me to come to a dinner thing and meet him. And I'm like, wow, that is, first of all, I don't know how he got my email, probably from someone else, but the fact that I was honored with being invited to come to this special event thing. And I dug through my cards, and I knew I had a card of him, and I found my 2005 Topps All-Times Greats of Jim Beckett that Topps put out, and I'm going to take that and hopefully get it signed. That would be kind of nice. And the legendary status that Dr. Beckett has in the hobby, and he does his own podcast, and he's on a bunch of people's shows and everything. I've never had the opportunity to have him on my show, but super knowledgeable, just been in the hobby for decades and decades and decades. And to me, I mean, my childhood was growing up reading his magazine and buying the thick, once a year price guides. And so it's synonymous with my childhood. And so that evokes a lot of memories, and I'm stoked to get to meet him at the Dallas Card Show and everybody else. So if you're at the show and you see me, come up and say hi. I would love to chat and say what's up. Speaking of people at the card show, one of the guys that usually comes to the Dallas Card Show, he has been lately, is somebody that has a YouTube channel, huge Instagram presence in the hobby. And I normally don't, I gravitate more towards the collectors in the content creator universe. That's just more my vibe. I don't really watch a lot of the people that are on the business end of it. I don't watch any breaks really. I don't watch the breaking channels. I don't watch a lot of the investing channels and all that kind of crap. It's not my thing. But there's one guy that I really like, and I've been watching something. I don't normally tout this kind of stuff, but Ryan from Card Collector 2 just is doing a series where he's basically moving. He started a card shop a couple of years ago, and he's bought a new building and is building, I'd call it the ultimate card shop. I'm watching him go through this process, and it is so cool. And I don't know Ryan personally. I've never met him. Seen him at shows and stuff, but I've never met him. Seems like a super great guy, and I would love to visit his shop. It's in Ohio. I think it's the Columbus area. I watched this stuff. It's his channel's Card Collector 2, number 2. And it's insane what he's doing. So cool to watch this entire process. He's done a great job documenting it, editing the videos. And, if you're going to do it, he's doing it right, and that's, it's really cool to see. The coolest card shop I've ever been into is Mikey Mantle's up in Moore, Oklahoma, near Oklahoma City. But I'm telling you, if I went to the Card Collector 2 sports cards, I might have to, there might be a new leader in the clubhouse in terms of coolest card shop ever. He's just doing everything right. So if you haven't watched that or whatever, go check that out for sure. Man, okay, retail. Wow. So Target says no more cards. I think Walmart's following suit. I don't know for sure. I can't remember. I've seen a bunch of videos on it and only really halfway paid attention, to be honest. But it's for sure true with Target, and I don't know what that does to the retail market, honestly. I buy a few boxes here and there, but I'm not a big retail guy. It's not a huge, opening boxes is not where I want to put my hobby money. And does that mean they're just going to distribute that now to dealers and other people? Who knows? I just find it fascinating, given how hot the hobby is, and we'll just kind of see how that goes. All right, I'm going to flip this around because I've got a bunch of stuff to show, some very different stuff for my channel, because I need to do 3 contest responses, and I'm going to knock them all out right now. Hang on one second. All right, away we go with some contest responses. I've got 3 of them I want to do. Guys that I don't do tons of contest responses. I try to do as many as I can, but the reality of it is life gets in the way, and it's not anything against people that do contests. But the first one I'm going to do is for Jason, Mr. Fisher Bike. And he wanted us to do a contest. It's kind of just because of cards we've been gifted. And over the years, I have been blessed to have many cards gifted to me. Some as recently as my 1960 top set. A bunch of guys helped contribute to that happening. By the way, I finished the 1960 top set, so I'll be doing videos about that probably as early as next week. But Jason, is a part of this community, YouTube Hall of Famer. I know I owe you a patch still, Jason. I haven't done that for anybody either. I've been kind of really dropping the ball quite a bit. But gifted cards are awesome. Anytime you get something for somebody that they think about you and they think you need to have this card in your collection, and that's just the best part about this community. And so I'm just going to show one card that I've been gifted. Ironically, it was gifted from Jason himself, and that is this 2005 Upper Deck Trilogy Gaylord Perry autograph. He sent that to me long ago in a care package or something, and I love it. Anytime any Hall of Famer autograph is a good autograph, and one that's slabbed is better. And so that's from Jason. So thanks, Jason. Really appreciate it. Let's see. Next contest. These are going to kind of go together because I discovered a channel recently Austin F. And I'll put links to all three of the channels and to the Card Collector 2's channel in the description below, so that if you want to check any of that stuff out, it's super easy to get to. But Austin F. wanted us to do kind of our top 10 autos, and that's a video that I've done a lot in the past. And when John, Wade Boggs fan, did his 400 sub video, congrats on 400 subs, John, it's cards that don't really fit your PC. And I thought, well, how perfect. I've got a bunch of these little quirky autographs that don't really fit in terms of what I do, but I love them. They're still part of my collection, but they're not part of things that I just really focus on. And so I thought I'd show, it's really a couple more than 10. So it's not my top 10 Austin, but it's a few kind of just quirky stuff that I have. And if you watch my channel, know my PCs and stuff, you'll see why they don't fit in my PC for John. So let's just get to them. The first one is I love playing poker, and I love watching the World Series of Poker. One of my dreams, one of my bucket list items in life is to play in the World Series of Poker main event sometime. Probably get knocked out in the first hour, but I would love to do that. And I'd love to play this guy, Daniel Negreanu, who's one of my favorite guys to watch on television when they're playing. He's superstar, stud poker player, tons of World Series bracelets, etc. But I got his autograph just because I wanted it, but I'm not a poker autograph collector. Next up is, again, I told you guys, weird and quirky, but I have this Hope Solo autograph for some reason. Am I a women's soccer fan? Not particularly, but she ain't ugly. I'm going to probably say that a few times today. And so this Leaf Q, I got a Hope Solo autograph. So there you go. Probably in the same vein is this one right here, Jenny Finch. Again, I know I'm laughing, so I know you guys are going, what the hell? And this actually has a little filler card behind it so that it shows through I think that's actually a good idea to put with these acetate cards. But this is also a Leaf Q, and Jenny Finch, not ugly, can strike out major leaguers with the softball. That's pretty cool. She usually participates, in the All-Star Celebrity Softball game before the All-Star game, and I don't know, I've just always been a fan of Jenny Finch. So, hey, let's keep the Leaf Q theme going. Although this isn't a lady, it's a hockey player, and it's Mike Modano. This will not be the last hockey autograph you see today, but Modano, probably the greatest Dallas star of all time, and that's also from 2014. That's weird. They're all from 2014, but I just wanted a Mike Modano autograph. I'm a Stars fan, and although hockey's not huge here in Texas, I remember when the Stars won the Stanley Cup. That was a big deal. They went to the Stanley Cup Finals last year, actually. So, Mike Modano, one of the greatest. You guys know I'm a huge golfer, and I had a period where I was really wanting to get into golf autographs, and I have a Tiger Woods and a couple of other players, but I love these Upper Deck SP Authentic autographs. There's a ton of them out there, a bunch of different years, and Adam Scott's one of those guys I really like watching. So I was thinking, okay, I'm going to try to get an autograph of every person that has one that's won a major. But that just was a too daunting of a I'm like, no way, that'll take forever. But I would love to add a Jack Nicklaus, an Arnold Palmer, those types of kind of the goats of the sport into my collection at some point. But for now, I just thought I'd show this quirky one, Adam Scott, great golfer. More quirkiness, keeping on going. Yeah, I love the Ken Burns documentary Baseball, and I think he has done a lot to educate people about the game. And so I saw this was an autograph you could get in 2019 Ginter, and I just knew I had to have it. I was like, I got to get a Ken Burns autograph. I just thought that was a super cool insert that they did, and so I have one of those. My dream job, probably if you said, Mike, what would make you quit your job and go to do something else? And the answer is there's not many. But one of them would be to be this guy, to have this guy's job, although he's not the president anymore of the National Baseball Hall of Fame. He was for a long time, and that's Jeff Idelson. And when Topps fan favorites, Archives fan favorites came out with his autograph, I knew I had to have one of those because I'm a huge Hall of Fame guy. I love everything Hall of Fame. And I'd love to have that job. Yeah, that'd be awesome. All right, let's do some basketball. Yeah, I know. I told you, quirky. Rolando Blackman. Not many people know who Rolando Blackman is. He is one of the greatest Dallas Mavericks of all time. That's not saying a ton, but he is. When I was a kid, I would work Dallas Maverick games with my dad. He was a cameraman, and I'd go to games, and I actually, got to be a part of something when I was, I can't remember how old I was, probably 12 or 13. Rolando Blackman had a television show, a weekly segment where he would show kids how to, perform basic basketball skills. And I played basketball, into high school. And so I wasn't great, but I wasn't terrible either. And I would go over to the Mavericks facility with my dad. My dad's job was to shoot it. And my job with my brother was to go over there and be the kids that he used to run the drills with. And so back in the day, that's what I did. I'd go over every week to the Mavericks training facility in Dallas, and we'd shoot, 3 or 4 segments, of different dribbling and passing and layups and whatnot with Rolando Blackman. And so he just became easily one of my favorite guys. And so I had to get an autograph of his for my collection just so I could think about that every time I see this card. I remember those times. That's what cards do, hopefully, is they evoke memories. Another memory is, waking up every day and watching, on MLB Network, watching the review of kind of what all happened in baseball the night before. And the person that does that is Heidi Watney on MLB Network. Yeah, she's not ugly either. And so when she had a Ginter card, she actually has a Ginter card that is an actual autographed, certified autograph, top certified autograph one. But I wanted one that maybe somebody had sent in TTM or something, and it was slabbed. So I saw this one. It was cheaper than any of the other ones. I was like, well, that's good enough for me. And it's on the Ginter card. And so I have a Heidi Watney autograph in my collection. When it comes to the Mavericks, again, I am a huge basketball fan in terms of the sport. I'm not a huge basketball collector, but Dirk Nowitzki is Mr. Maverick and literally one of the probably top 10, top 15 basketball players of all time, in my humble opinion. And he was a great TTMer for a long time, and so I saw this, and I just knew I kept searching and searching for a Dirk Nowitzki autograph, and I finally picked one up. So there's that. And my last card I'm going to show today, which will kind of fulfill the top 10 goofy things maybe or whatever in my collection, and that's this card here. This is 92 Ultra Wayne Gretzky autograph. My buddy Garrett sent this in to get it TTM'd. It came back, obviously. Well, not obviously. To get Wayne Gretzky TTM, the Great One, that's the best nickname anyone can have in any sport, is you're just called the Great One. And I love getting the GOATs of the sports and the greatest players and having autos of them. And I love 92 Ultra. It's one of my favorite kind of beginning of premium cards era sets is the 92 Ultra stuff, especially in baseball. This just happens to be the hockey version. And so when Garrett got this back, Andy sent it in, get it slabbed, I was like, I need to buy that card from you. Like, I really, really, really want that card from you. And so we came to a deal, and I bought it from him, and just super tickled to have it in the collection. So that's it. Jason, Mr. Fisherbike, John, Wade Boggs fan, Austin F. There you go. There's your responses. Thanks, everybody, for sticking around. If you made it this far, put down in the comments below what your favorite cookie is. That way I'll know. You just put like chocolate chip or oatmeal raisin or whatever, and I'll know you watched it till the end. We'll catch you guys soon. Keep collecting.